All right. Well, good evening, you guys. I am so excited to welcome you to our Real Stories of Health tonight. We are kicking off our Healthy to the Core. It's January 3rd. My name's Dawn Chow, and I'm going to be hosting for the next 30 minutes, and we're going to be sharing some amazing stories with you from some people that I've known some for a very, very long time. Some are just new in my life and have become just like family. So welcome tonight. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy, and really just have some fun with us as we share a little bit about our community and about this amazing program and really kick off this 2016 in health. So again, like I said, my name's Dawn Chow. I'm a certified health coach. I live in Portland, Oregon, and I'm going to share just a little bit about my family. So I began my health journey 6 years ago. I was a registered nurse and I was working some really long shifts. And I finally came to terms with the fact that it wasn't the dryer shrinking my clothes. I had somehow gained about 45 pounds, and it wasn't by being healthy. It was by kind of just becoming complacent in life and getting really busy with life and work and getting married. And so anyways, this is just a picture of my husband and I and our sweet little girl, Natalie. Basically what happened is I saw a friend who had joined this program and she was looking amazing. And I had tried a lot of different things to no avail. I was working out and eating right, as I thought, because after all, I was a nurse. I should know these things, but nothing was really working. So I decided to give this amazing program a shot. And I lost 45 pounds in about 12 weeks. What I gained was energy and was the ability to get through my 12, 13-hour shifts without the pain in my back and my knees that I had been having. And after that, I was able to have a really healthy pregnancy. We were blessed with this beautiful little girl. I lost the baby weight afterwards with our amazing Nursing Mamas plan. And so it's just been amazing to see all of the changes in my life and in the life of my family. So down at the bottom, you'll see my dad. So he joined me on this program just after I had started about 2 weeks. So he was someone who'd always been on my heart. And so together we learned healthy habits, and he lost 127 pounds. He got off all his medications, and to this day, so it's been about 5 years that he's kept over 100 pounds off. And it's just amazing to watch him over the holidays. My husband and I were there, and we went down to Arizona to visit them, and they were playing on the ground. We were out riding four-wheelers and hiking and walking. It was just amazing because those were not things that my dad could do. 5, 6 years ago. So this program has really changed our family and really rippled into the communities around us and has changed everything about it. So my husband and I now get to help people full-time from home and raise our little girl. And I'm really excited to introduce you to some of the people that are going to share tonight. This is what we did during the holiday season. So what you see here is we had a Thriving Through the Holidays group on Facebook, and it was so fun. And this is just some depictions of some of the celebrations that happened from some of our friends and family. We had over 3,000 people join us in a Facebook holiday challenge where we really focused on health. And it was just incredible to see people moving forward in all areas of their health over this time of year when often people are not focusing on health at all. In fact, we forget about all that as we're running around crazy prepping for the holidays and things. But you'll see that we really celebrated health. And this is our winners board. And it just was amazing. We were celebrating not only weight loss, we were celebrating different areas of health, like transforming our minds and our health and really our core habits of health. So excited to just a little sneak peek. We're going to be launching another one of these awesome challenges, the 11th of January. So I'll give you a little bit more information about that as we finish the call, but really awesome to celebrate what we did and how we kind of finished up 2015 with a bang, and really, really celebrating some people moving forward. Not just a few, but thousands of people moving forward. So without further ado, I'd really love to get started on our just stories of health tonight. And the first couple I'd like to introduce to you, I have known for a very long time, since I was a little girl growing up in Wyoming. And so I'd like to bring Kathy and Pat Deichler on to share a little bit about what has changed for you guys over the last year, and just a little bit about what you're excited about in this year to come.
Hi, Happy New Year, everybody. Thank you so much for having us on the call tonight. We're really excited to share our story. This is my husband, Pat. I'm Kathy.
Oh, man.
And we basically started our journey with Take Shape for Life in April of this last year. I've known Dawn for many, many years. She graduated with our youngest son.
Hang on just a second, Kathy. I think we have someone who needs to mute.
Okay.
Miss Denise Heinrichs, I see you're unmuted. She got busted. All right, Kathy, go ahead.
But anyway, like I said, I've known Dawn for a lot of years, been friends with her on Facebook for the last 4 years. So I've been kind of watching everything that's been going on in her life with the program. And one day we were sitting there at the house, pretty much our normal thing, come home from work, just plunk down in the chair, not do anything. We're both in our 60s and just kind of not very active anymore, and happened to see another great before after pictures of people we knew from Wyoming, and I looked at Pat and told him it was time to call Dawn. That was the beginning of our journey in April. My husband, he started out at 261 pounds. You can see his before picture in the upper right hand corner. He currently has lost 61 pounds. He lost that amount of weight in 4 months, 4.5 months. But the biggest thing for Pat, he was on 14 different medications. And he's been taking diabetic medicine since 1989. And he is no longer on any of those medications. He has eliminated 11 medications from his life, along with the 61 pounds. Pretty proud of him. I started out at 157. I've lost 37 pounds. So we both feel great. We're very active. It's allowed us to do things that we haven't done for a long time. It basically, this last year, since we've lost the weight, we moved to a new area that allows for a more active lifestyle. So we're looking forward to enjoying more of that in this next year. Do you have anything to share?
Well, yeah, where we've moved up to, they've got a gym and big recreation center, and we've went down and looked into all the classes, and tomorrow we're going to go down and get in an exercise program with them. Keep healthy. We like it. Feel good.
I love it. You know what I have just loved so much is I remember that very first conversation with you guys when, we really weren't sure how things were, we just, you took a leap of faith and you stepped in and you walked forward and you guys shared what your goals were. And we talked about those together. And I remember you just saying, if we could help Pat get his blood pressure under control and maybe the diabetes, off a couple medications, that would be fantastic. If we could sleep better and just be able to get out and do things, because you guys have some of the most beautiful grandchildren in the world, and they are like the apple of your eyes. And you guys, I just have loved with this new energy that you have watching. You guys are taking trips. You guys are babysitting the grandkids while their parents are going, out of town. I mean, things that may not have been possible, or at least a little bit less enjoyable previously. And so, yes, a big year of change and a big year ahead where you guys get to look forward to diving into that new community. I mean, to be able to sell your house and move someplace that now actually is in accordance with your goals for long term. I mean, you guys are no longer sitting in the rocking chairs. You're getting out, going on 4-wheeler and Jeep rides. And
very much looking forward to not being frumpy old people,
I just have to share, Kathy, you're Mrs. Claus every Halloween or every Christmas, and this year they almost had to get a new outfit for you because the Mrs. Claus outfit.
They were concerned, but it's a one size fits all dress, so it still looked kind of big. It was okay.
Well, Mrs. Claus showed up in a whole new way this year, so that's just awesome. And you guys, thanks for sharing your story, and it really is fantastic just to see all of the different changes. Yes, you guys have lost almost 100 pounds together, and off, 11, 12 medications. I mean, that's incredible. But what you get to look forward to, that energy in your lives, that is so special. So excited for 2016 with you guys, and excited that it's this ripple of health is spreading into your family and into your community. You guys are inspiring the people around you. It's really cool. So it's going to be a great 2016.
Yes, it is. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely, you guys. Thanks for sharing. All right, now we're going to come back this way. So we're going to leave Arizona and come back to Washington State. And I would love for Miss Leanne to come on and share about her story and her pictures that are showing on the screen. Leanne is someone who many people know, and they're following her on Facebook, but I got to meet her not even that long ago. So Leanne, you're someone who's become really like family in the last year or two. So come on and share a little bit about your story, my dear. All right, are you unmuted? Yep, you are. There you go. Yep. All right, my dear, take it away.
Hi, I'm Leanne. I started Take Shape for Life in August of 2014. The picture there in the red was the day my food came. I had my sister take that picture. There are very few pictures of me over the past 30 years. And I was really skeptical and really sad. I had weighed in about 5 years prior to that picture before surgery at 288 pounds. And I thought, I'm going to be 300 pounds. I'm only 5'2", maybe 5'3" if I'm on my toes. And I panicked. So I started going to the gym and working out, and I had a personal trainer, and it worked. I lost 40 pounds over 5 years. I remember having a goal. My sister lives in Kenya, and I remember having a goal to be down to 250 pounds before I got on the airplane. 250 pounds is still too big to go without a seatbelt extension. But I did it. In the meantime, I had my best friend's name is Leanne as well, and she had done some research and found online, and she lost like 125 pounds. And I was like, we'll just watch it. So after, I think she was actually on program well over a year before I finally took the plunge and said, okay, fine. And I'm here to tell you I've lost 100 pounds since then. I feel better than I have felt in fact, I weigh less than I've weighed in my entire adult life. I weigh less now than I did when I got pregnant with my first child. So coming up this year, my dreams are to, 1, reach my goal weight. I got 20 more pounds to go. And ride my bicycle, and for my family to continue to get healthy. A lot of times people ask, what is your why? And I was like, why do I want to lose weight? That's a dumb question, right? So, but really, once we started digging in, my why was to be healthy and spend time with my husband. He loved to ride bikes, and I loved to ride bikes growing up. I thought this will be great, and he bought me a full carbon road bike, right? And we'd ride it, and we'd ride 10, 15, 20 miles, and I'd be exhausted. And I'm thinking, I love to ride my bike. Why isn't this fun anymore? It's fun now. It's a lot of fun now. So I'm looking forward to doing that with him. Also, he had had a couple of bad years where he'd had several surgeries, and his energy levels had tanked. So I started putting him on the 3 and 3 program that we have, and he went from taking 2 one-hour breaks at work every day and coming home at 4 o'clock and going to bed and sleeping for 12 hours to he now gets up at 3:30 in the morning. He goes to work. He works his 8-hour shift. He doesn't take his breaks. He goes to the gym. He comes home. He has dinner. He spends time with the family. It's just been really, really awesome. So
That is so, Leanne, it has been such a joy just to watch this in your entire family, because your daughter is also, Daisy is also, and she's a teen and she's gotten healthy, right?
Daisy's lost 50 to 60 pounds and she is 17. She has rheumatoid arthritis, so it's meant a lot for her. And she and I wear the same size clothes, which is really bizarre.
Fun for you.
Fun for me. Annoying for her. My son, who's special needs, was like, hey, how do I start eating that food? He lost 40 pounds and he's maintained the weight loss since January. So yeah, our whole household has changed for the better.
Absolutely. Almost 240 pounds lost just in your household. If I can do math right, it's not my forte, but because just another little wonderful caveat of your story, Leanne, is that you have always wanted health in your life. And so I remember that first conversation when we talked and you said, I've been trying for 4 years. And if I can't do it the way I'm doing it, because I'm eating right and I'm exercising 2 hours a day, I'm cycling, I'm not seeing any changes. I mean, you kind of were at your wit's end to what would work. And so we said, well, we're going to take it one step at a time. And so 4 years, and I know we talked about you'd lost 40 pounds in 4 years, and you were proud of that, but also very frustrated. I remember hearing that in your voice. But then to see you lose 100 pounds in the last year, go girl. I mean, that is incredible. And then to have that ripple into your whole family, bring your daughter and your husband and your son along with you. And also your sister. I mean, just this has been fun. And to watch you and Larry out going on for bike rides, and you've been able to incorporate the things that you love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of fun. Really, the most fun I've had in my entire life. We're living life now that I wished I could have lived. I wish I had known about this when I was in my 20s.
Well, and now you know about it, so you get to share it with others, and the next 20 years are going to be amazing.
That's right.
Right? All right. I love it. Well, thank you so much, Leanne. Thank you for sharing, and just really excited. And you and I get to host a really fun event next week, right? So
that's going to be fun.
Yep. Because you have inspired so many people in your local community. We actually have 50, 60 people gathering together to hear some stories next Saturday. So anyways, I love it. Thank you so much for sharing. And let's go on over just a little ways down the road from you to Paul and Elaine, who are like family to me as well. Their daughter is one of my very best friends. And so Paul, Elaine, are you guys here? I'd love for you guys to share a little bit about your story. Yours is just incredibly special. And you'll be joining Leanne and I next weekend and sharing your story there as well.
And we can hardly wait.
Hey, well, I can't wait to see you guys. Well, explain to us a little bit about this just amazing transformation. I see you guys here. You guys love to travel, but it looks like things have changed over the last year, just a little bit.
Well, 2015 was a fantastic year for my husband, Paul, and I. As you can see, we do like to travel, and we started learning about Take Shape for Life via our daughter, Amber, that you see in the center at the far left. And we have visited, she and her husband, and in that trip, we could barely navigate all the fun places that we wanted to go. We were huffing and puffing and having to stop, and it was frustrating for everybody. We weren't really very mobile. We, made the best of it and had lots of fun anyway, but it's a whole different lifestyle now, thanks to Dawn and Amber and their influence and the Take Shape for Life. It's never too late to get started. As you can see, we're up in our 60s as well. And the main things that it brought for me personally, and I'll let Paul share separately, lots of increased energy. I found that I had been really depressed, that I was doing a lot of emotional eating. I actually did not realize how heavy I had become. Of course, looking at these pictures, it's easy for everyone else to see, but I lost over 50 pounds, and it was really easy to do. It was very clear to understand, and increasing the water intake, that came pretty easy, and we've continued that as time has gone on. And I was able to get off blood pressure medication and cholesterol medication, so that was a big victory. And so for 2016, I really plan on making sure I get a couple of screenings that I have postponed for years that I need to do. I'm also going to work a little bit more on some of the things that have to do with total health, maybe do some relaxing meditation techniques, and continue on financial well-being as I prepare to retire in about 3 years. So it's been a really great experience.
Wow. Fantastic. One thing, Elaine, so what I love is, 50 pounds, that's amazing. Did you know that the American Diabetic Association says if you've lost 50 pounds, you've effectively gained about 10 years of quality life? Like, that's incredible. More years with those grandchildren and to enjoy that retirement you've worked so hard for.
Sounds great.
Yeah, congratulations. I love it. Paul, tell us a little bit about your story here.
Oh boy. Well, once again, our daughter Amber is who really pushed it forward. The picture of me on the right in the black outfit, I didn't even know I was that big until I went back to the archives. But it was after that trip that I have a hard time with this. There was a phone call that took place between my wife and Amber. She was worried about my health, and I didn't know it. But when Elaine decided she wanted to go on the program, I kind of was like, yeah, okay, well, go ahead and try it. And she asked me if I would join her, and at that point, I said, yes, okay, we'll try it. And then you see me in the shorts on the left there. That was the result of that. We started in September, and I actually completed in July of 2015. I lost a little over 125 pounds. But more than that, it's what I gained, and what I did gain was just feeling good about ourselves. And it wasn't so much on pleasing other people as it was the more we got into it, the more we enjoyed it. And just having the unsolicited positive comments coming from everybody, literally, people that I hadn't seen in even a couple of years, coming up and not recognizing me. And if I said hello to them, they were like, I recognize the voice, but I don't recognize your face. And these are people that I'm literally within 2 years I had seen them. So, I mean, it's things like that. It's knowing that this works. And again, it's weight loss. It's about the rest of your life. It's about learning what is nutritional, what is not, and there's some real shockers out there. It's been I look at that picture and it just blows me away. But it's just been an incredible journey, and I do look forward this coming weekend to sharing some more on that. But as far as goals for the rest of my life, really, it's maintaining a healthy mind, keep focused on just being healthy, because I've never felt this way. And I think Leanne said it, I believe, that she hadn't ever been there. So that was me. I didn't know what it was like. So it's really been a great journey. And then of course, healthy body, continuing to eat healthy things. And Amber, my daughter, and I kind of laugh about this one. I said, well, I'm not real disciplined, because every once in a while, if I want ice cream, I'll have ice cream, or I'll have peanut M&Ms or whatever. But I know now what I have to do in order to get back, and I'm not going to deprive myself. And I remember very clearly, Dawn, you sharing your dad's story, in that he had the same Thai restaurant that he had been going to for years, and he said, I'm not going to give that up. And you know the weight that he lost, and he was an inspiration to me as well. I looked at him and said, that's me. And if he can do it, I can do this. And so, yeah, the rest is history.
The rest, yes, and the future is bright with lots of things that you can now experience that you probably never thought possible. I did put another slide in here because you guys got to go on a really special trip this last summer. And I love, so this picture is of your family on our deck, the top one, when you guys were here over the summer. And then that's a picture of you guys in front of the Tree of Life in Orlando. Just, it's amazing to see you guys out living life.
Yeah, that, in fact, the one on your deck, I believe, wasn't that January or?
I believe so.
Yeah, it was like last winter.
Actually, it was. It looks all sunny, but you're right. It was last January when you came over.
Yeah, so we continued the journey, and the Tree of Life, just very quickly, but I think it's important. That trip our youngest daughter and husband wanted us to go to Disney World with them 7 years ago or 6 years ago. And I just kept putting them off because I knew I couldn't walk as much as I had to in order to enjoy Disney. So just put it off. And finally in October of last year, she said, we're booking. Do you guys want to go? And we were just starting on our program. And I said, yeah, I think we'll probably do that. And we made a decision in December of last year to go, which we did. We were there for just before Halloween this past year. And 10 days we walked to Disney. And I mean, we covered every square inch. And it was just, we would not have been able to do that in the past. Yeah. So
I love that.
Yeah, I'm gonna love life.
Amen. Yeah, and every square inch of Disney, no problem. There's no limit to what you guys can do and what you guys can do together now. And what a gift, and that's the same thing I did. I called my dad and I talked. I was worried about his health, and then the fact that we got to do it together. So it's an amazing program that can actually, bring families together and really, really help us focus on what we want most. And Paul, Elaine, thank you so much for sharing such beautiful stories. And I'm so excited because, really all of these stories, Leanne, Kathy, and Pat, they're just getting started because you've got your whole lives laid out before you, and they're going to be longer and healthier and happier now. And that is such a gift. It's an honor to just be a part of your journey. And so thank you guys so much for sharing, and excited to hear you share again next weekend and to be there with you in person. One of the things that you guys shared a little bit as I kind of get here is each one of these wonderful stories focused on the why and really what was important to you guys in your health and why you decided to start the journey in the beginning. What was that pivotal moment? What spurred you on? And really, we can get all tripped up in the hows and the whats. And I think sometimes that can slow us down, well, what should I do and how do I do it? But when we're so focused on what we want in our life and that we want to live and be healthy and happy, get off those sidelines, the rest falls into place. And I love that you talked a little bit about Disney World, because that's one of the things our community in this program is so hard to describe to people. It's so hard to really put it into words unless you just kind of experience. And that's just like Disney. You can't put Disney into words unless you're there and experiencing it. And so that's one of the things that we wanted to share tonight was just these stories. And so thank you guys for all sharing. And I want to just share a little bit about, what about you, everyone on the line tonight with us? And I think about this for myself, what about me? We're rolling over into a new year. It's January 3rd. We've got the whole rest of the year and really the whole rest of our lives laid out before us. And what are some of those goals that you have on your plate? What are some of the goals that you've been thinking about and dreaming about? Don't ever give up your dreams. I really love that no one who shared tonight, they didn't give up because they were willing to take that one last step, that one chance. They were willing to go ahead and give it a try for themselves because, we're all so worth it, but it's actually taking that step and doing something. And so really tonight, as we kind of finish up the call and just explain a little bit about this wonderful program and give our little sneak peeks at the end with a challenge coming up, is where do you want to be? Where do you want to be this year? What do you want to create in your health and in your life? And if you knew that you couldn't fail, what would you do? And if you knew that you could do whatever you put your mind to, and that if you had the tools and the support and the community to walk beside you to get there. So as we kind of continue tonight, I just want to talk a little bit about this wonderful program. It doesn't stop at weight loss. As you heard every single person share, weight loss was almost like the cherry on top. It was something that probably got them started on the journey, but when they progressed through, it was only one of the beautiful, tangible things that come from actually gaining health in your entire life. And so we have a wonderful plan. It includes weight loss, but it certainly doesn't stop there. That's only step 2. We move on to transitioning into healthy eating, which Elaine and Paul were just talking about, really focusing this next year on eating healthy and learning to maintain, and then working into those habits of health and optimizing health for your age so that you can really live longer and do more of the things that you love. So what is optimal health? Because we throw that word around, but I think sometimes people don't fully understand. Optimal health is really, it's not so much about weight loss or diet or exercise or what you eat. It is a combination of having a healthy mind, having coaching and accountability, that community of support to help you, and then also having nutrition and an eating plan. So when we talk about optimal health, we really talk about this all-encompassing spectrum of health, where you're getting healthy in many different areas and you're kind of moving forward in each area all at once. And so just like the legs of optimal health are kind of like that stool, you have to have all 3 to hold you up. We have 3 legs of support too, because that's very much important with our community. So we have the habits of health, we have a health coach, a personal health coach, and we also have that nutrition program. So support is one of the key things. We're going to break that down for you just here in a second. So we have 3 tools for support, and the number 1 is personal health coaches, and really someone to celebrate and guide you along your journey. As Paul and Elaine shared, Amber, their daughter, is their health coach, and I got to be the health coach for my dad. That is until he inspired so many people, he became his own health coach to his own community, because they were coming to him and asking him for support, and he was cheering them on anyways. So really, that is the person that guides you and answers questions, and we're never more than like a phone call or a text message away. So it's that one-on-one, real-time support that really makes the difference. And then we also have other aspects of our community of support. We have habits of health calls, doctors calls, nurses calls. We have registered nutritionists and dietitians on staff, and also amazing private Facebook communities. And we do these calls a lot, not all just like this, but we do lots of calls. We do a call each week that's a healthy huddle. That is just an amazing time to come together and support each other and celebrate those scale and non-scale victories, because it's really also about celebrating every step along the way. And then our second tool of support is our education, which I think is fantastic. Being a nurse for 13 years, knowing that this program really envelops someone in education. We have a medical director, and that's Dr. Anderson. Right there, you see him on the cover, and he has created this wonderful tool that when you implement it into your life, gives you those core habits of health to help you not just get to a healthy weight, but actually thrive for the rest of your life. And so it's amazing when you pair these 2 together, how the program can be tailored to every single person's individual needs and really help them at every stage of their journey. And then you have the simple fuel plan. And that, what I love about this is that it's not one size fits all. Everybody has a different goal. Everybody has a different place where they want to be. And so we have a 5-in-1, which is our standard weight loss plan, where you see wonderful results. And we have a 3-in-3, which is what Leanne was talking about, helping her husband Larry with, so that he could have more energy because he didn't have weight to lose. And we also have plans that are for nursing mothers, for teens, for people who have diabetes, type 1 or 2. We have plans for seniors. They all center around fueling our bodies 6 times a day. And then we have the balanced nutrition that's clinically proven and developed. I love that. And we have over 70 healthy meal replacements and options. So that really, especially for for me personally, who was a busy nurse, I didn't have time to cook and prep and make my own meals. So having something right there in my pocket that I could actually fuel my body and go about my day was very important. That was the key to success for me and for a lot of people, is having something there. And then fantastic lean and green options where they're simple. You prepare them on your own. You can have them out. It's very flexible, but we have lots of support on ideas and recipes and how to make those really fun for whether you're cooking for one person or a whole family. We have so many different ideas for that. And with a weight loss plan, our 5-in-1, people lose 2 to 5 pounds a week, their first and second weeks, and then 1 to 2 pounds thereafter, weekly. So that's pretty amazing, because as you heard Paul share, over 125 pounds, that's amazing. My father lost that much weight in about 10 months. And then just from, I've helped people lose 10 pounds, so it just depends on what someone needs to bring into their lives and what their goals are. And that determines the time that they're on the program. And also it's affordable. And for most people, it saves them money, because you don't have to think about it. You're spending just about $10 a day on all 5 of your meals. The other thing you have to do is drink water. That's not too hard. And so there's no secret to it. It's just wonderful, well-rounded nutrition, fueling your body 6 times a day, drinking water, and really being mindful of what you're eating. So again, just a visual of our nutrition plan. A lot of people do the 5-in-1 plan until they get to their healthy weight, and then they transition into our optimal health plan, which is a 3-in-3. So I lost my weight 6 years ago, and I am maintaining now on a 3-in-3, and have all the tools to just take my health, to the next level that I want to. So it's just very simple, and it works for everyone, which is really fun. So this is just kind of a depiction. When you take our education piece and you combine it with the support of a health coach and a wonderful community, what you get are amazing results. And those results are directly determined on what someone wants. So you see this beautiful picture of, that's a dear friend of mine, Christina, and she lives down in San Diego. I met her a couple years ago, and this is her transformation. But we can show so many transformations, but what we really love is to come alongside each individual person, decide what your goals are, and then we'll design that plan that fits for you. So this is a fun slide, because really real people just trust real people. And this is just a depiction of the ripple effect of health. And these are some dear friends of mine that it kind of rippled down to. And I went and visited a friend of mine in Wyoming. She owned a Zumba studio. She paid it forward to her friend, and the ripple goes on and on. So the neat thing is that you can never tell that which is one person chooses health, who else that's going to impact. And so a lot of people decided to pay that forward, like my dad did. So I decided to pay it forward to help my dad. That translated into a lot of people getting healthy that I had no idea even were looking for health. And then my dad also paid it forward to a lot of people up in Alaska. And every single one of the beautiful women that you see on this slide have paid it forward to the people in their lives, the people that they love the most, and the people that they want around them long term, and that they want to be healthy with. So I love that also about our program, is that that's kind of that built-in accountability piece for long-term. So really, everything is so much sweeter when you're living your life on purpose, and when you really are focused on what you want and why you want it. So we really focus on that. We really take the time to listen to what's important to each individual person, and listen to your goals and find out why and what matters, and then link arms with you and walk in that direction. So we just want to thank everyone for being on the call with us tonight, and thank you for taking a bit of your evening. And just think for a moment, who's counting on you to be your healthiest. And it's kind of time to maybe reflect. As we're finished a year, we're launching into a new year, on what you really want for your life and for those that you love, those around you, as you head into 2016, because you've got the whole year ahead of you and anything is possible. So thank you for joining us today, and we have a special gift. If you're listening to this and something resonated with you, or someone that you love is on your heart and you'd like to learn about getting started, we're offering some $25 health scholarships. So for anyone who does decide to get started tonight, reach out to the person that invited you to this call and ask them how you could get started, and share with them what your goals are, because there's nothing that we'd love more than to help you. And the other thing I want to announce is that we are kicking off our 5-week health and fitness weight loss challenge on January 11th. And it's healthy to the core, because we are going to be really focusing on the 5 core habits of health that that are important to really having health long term. So we hope that people join us. You can join starting tonight, so stay tuned on the Facebook event page for the link and everything to get started into that. But it's something that's going to be fun, it's going to be free, and you can invite your friends and family, and we can really head into 2016 on focus for our health and really learning some core habits that are going to help us have a fantastic 2016. All right, everybody, thank you so much for sharing. I want to say thank you to every single one of our speakers tonight. And thank you for everyone who joined us.